speak to that. We shake them in here. You can see how they kind of spread out, and then I'll look for a queen again because I'm not very good at finding queens.
So you say that lessens your chance of getting a queen, so where would you?
Because the queens aren't running around on pollen frames or honey frames, they're on brood frames.
Okay, so you don't do brood frames.
So I would pick like a pollen frame, a resource frame adjacent to the brood nest. That's why it's important to kind of figure out where the brood frames are, and then go one out. And what you'll usually find is pollen.
But these are
mostly pollen with
all
maybe a
nurse
little bit of
bees,
honey.
so they don't fly.
Yeah, so he's dumped them in there. The foragers will leave.
They don't know where to go.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
these bees.
Okay.
Yeah, these bees haven't been out of the hive.
You take this and you kind of bounce it on the ground, get the bees piled up. Get yourself a full. I do 1/3 of a cup,
which is 200 bees.
Which should be 200 bees.
Run, bee, run.
Yeah, go now.
And then I dump that back in the hive, just unceremoniously.
They die just about. Oh, they don't die instantly.
They're pretty quickly. It's the easiest. I know, it's sad. It takes bravery to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. So what's the percentage of alcohol?
Alcohol you can get.
Yep. The deal is you want the mites to sink. If you
is that 75?
This is 91. You can get away with 35% alcohol if you have to. I typically like to go around 50 because I'm cheap. So.
When did they quit using starting fluid?
Oh, window washer fluid.
Book, and that was
window washer fluid.
It was they.
Oh, ether.
Yeah.
What,
and
50
they
alcohol?
suggested starting fluid.
That's not very high at all.
Windshield washer fluid.
Oh, okay.
It's got a low cold rating. Has more alcohol.
This is a combination
in it. You can
of
buy it at
70 and
an auto parts
91.
store.
Yeah.
Gallon judge. That works really good.
Yeah, we're just gonna. I was just kind of as a
then you
question
swirl
of
it.
history.
Yeah,
And
well,
I'd
there's
look at it,
another
make sure the bottom bees are
there's
swirling.
another mite testing
Swirl
thing
it
called
for a
an
minute.
ether roll, and that's what that is.
Yeah.
Using that.
And I think they determined that it's not as accurate.
No, this is much more accurate.
Yeah.
This is the alcohol washes.
I wasn't going to go back. I was just wondering.
Someone came into our hive, and it's doing really good. They're bringing all kinds of stuff in, everything.
This was in the ABC,
Yeah.
XYZ. They updated it. It's been going through it.
Yeah.
They updated
And Mike Herder's got one that came in
Probably
with
was
a warm
gave
box
me an order.
on board, so we had a wood shed there, and so he gave that to us because we had walking or something. So we got that in a hive. So we got 2 hives now for free, thank God. Yeah, we got.
So when you put the frame back, do you have to do it in the same order you took it?
Should.
It's been a very swarmy year.
You should.
Okay.
Think about this for a second. Somebody went into your house and basically took all the stuff out of the rooms of each in your house and then put it back in whatever order they wanted to, and you came home. What would you do? You'd freak out. I can't find my food, my clothes, my anything. And so it's structured. The brood nest has got resources around it, so you want to make sure you orient them properly and order them properly. If you have to write numbers on them, go ahead and do that, you know, with a pencil or something.
So, but what happens when you do the checkerboarding? Do they get confused?
That's a different thing you're doing. You're not messing with the brood nest. Checkerboarding does not touch the brood nest. What it touches is the stored food above it.
Oh God.
So yeah, now you kind of know. Here's the whole idea. You disturb the brood nest, it takes the bees a better part of a week to get back to normal. Every time you go in there and pull frames and mess with it or do anything, it takes them about a week to get back to normal. Okay. So you don't want to, you know, this is not. There's a little bit of brood in here. The majority of the brood is right there, in this. I can tell you that. So anyway. So yeah, the checkerboarding is a maneuver to fool the bees into believing that they don't have as much food as they really do, so they don't go into the we're going to reproduce by swarming mode. They go into the we're going to make bees and get more food because we're short. They're going to hoard.
Is there like 3 in there though?
What is
You still don't want it,
So anyway,
what is the acceptable?
for me,
Yeah, here's
You don't want
Paul takes that as a personal.
If you see one, you know there's going to
He
be.
saw one
it's
in there.
hobby
he
beekeepers.
Yeah, if you see one mite, you treat.
That's what.
It's hobby beekeepers. 1%.
This time of year, in the
You
spring
wanna
I
be
can do.
under 1%.
In the
If you
spring
get
I'll
to
do
1%
1%,
treat,
maybe 2%,
and-
just so I
and
don't
you can-
disturb the hive too
As you
much.
get more experience, you can play with that. Okay. If you want to, you can go upwards of 2 to 3%.